Hi there. If you want to know how to build a website with AI using the best AI website builder, you're in the right place. So my name is Chris Luck, and I'm the creator of AIville that you see up over there. It is the largest community in the world for people like yourself that are learning how to use AI just to do a lot of really cool things. And as you can see on the left side of my screen, I've got my notes here. And what we're going to do, and the way this live stream is going to work, is we have a live audience. I love to interact with everyone that takes the time to show up here on my live stream. And I see George saying, "Yo, Chris, what's up, George?" And we've got Michael coming in from Colorado. We have Davit coming from Dallas, Texas. We've got Bertha saying hi to everybody. And it is party time. We've got Wayne coming all the way in from Sydney. So we have a great live audience that's here right now. So the left side of my screen, I'm going to go through a very condensed outline. So I went back and watched some of my previous live streams. I'm still new to doing this stuff on YouTube, so I've still got some learning to do. And I've noticed that I talk a lot. Like, I talk a lot before I actually get to demoing. So I'm going to talk less and get straight to a demo, and we're going to have fun playing around with it. And then we're going to talk about some really cool stuff about how you can actually use this tool and this AI website builder to actually build websites for people very easily. I'm going to show you, how one guy's making over $100,000 doing this. I'm going to show you 21 ways that you could actually make money with Durable, which is the builder we're going to be talking about, and even 11 different businesses that you can build in minutes. And then I'll show you some more ways that you can actually, make money using AI if you're into that. But starting off with wanting to build a website with AI. And if you're looking for an AI website builder, there's a lot of them out there. We're going to talk about and I'm going to show you the comparison of Durable versus all the others. But Durable is currently the best AI website builder as of right now, which is Thursday, February 26th, 2026. 2026, and you can launch a full business in minutes using it. So you can build an entire website from just a prompt. It includes a CRM, invoicing, marketing, and it will even help you get discovered, not just in SEO, but also in all the AI LLMs like ChatGPT and Claude and Gemini and all that. And Durable is really made for service type businesses that have zero technical skills. And you can try it out. And if you want to follow along with me, you can see like above me right here, I'm on it. So you just go to trydurable.com, and it is built by a serial founder that had an 8-figure exit right before he built this. So his name is James Clift. He sold he called it Visual CV, and you can go look it up. It's basically a visual resume builder. And he sold it when it got to 4 million users. He raised $20 million for Durable from Spark and Altman Capital. And he went from 0 to 3 million business owners in record time. So this has really grown faster than anyone's ever expected. It hit 1 million websites in the first few months. It reached 6 million websites built on this platform within the first year. And now it has over 11 million websites across 100 countries. So this isn't some new AI website builder that just popped up this week. This is something that's been around for a little bit, but they've added a lot of new features recently, which is why I really wanted to showcase it. And what's insane with this is that you are going to get it all with just one $22 subscription. And that's if you want to do a paid plan. You can actually use everything for free. But this AI website builder really does everything. It's going to help you pick the right layout for your business type. It's going to write copy that sounds natural and not like a robot wrote it, like you get with ChatGPT and Claude and Gemini. And the websites are mobile ready, they're SEO ready, and they're hosted on Cloudflare. And you also are going to get inside of Durable what's called an AI business partner that actually knows and understands your brand. So it's going to ask you can ask it to rewrite pages or add new sections, and it's going to do so according to your brand guidelines. It will generate blog posts using AI, and these are actually like blog posts that are highly optimized. It'll make ads, it'll make social content, it'll learn your business and give you real actionable advice. And they even have what's called AI Studio, and we're going to go through all of this, and it's going to create your entire brand identity. So you'll be able to generate AI logos, social posts, posters. The free plan is going to give you 5 images to start, and that's everything that really is going to save into a library you're going to be able to use later. And if you already use other tools to generate images, like I feel like I can't keep up with AI. Like today, Nano Banana 2 just came out, and I really want to do a live stream on that, but I already had this one scheduled. So I will be getting to Nano Banana 2 next week for sure. But with Durable, you can start with a free plan. There's no credit card, which means there's really no excuses. I'm going to go to their pricing page here so we can actually look through this together. So let me zoom out, and you will see you can do yearly or you can do monthly. So with the free plan, you are going to get the ability to actually, build an AI website with unlimited traffic and hosting. You're going to get the AI business partner. The AI studio is going to be included, and you get a full CRM and help center support. And then they have what's called the launch plan. And this is actually $22 a month. I just switched it to the monthly plan. So it shows $25 a month, but if we go to yearly, you're going to see that's how you can get it for actually $22 a month. And what's really cool with this is that you will get a custom domain, you'll get AI Studio, you'll get the AI partner, you'll get a CRM, but it will also now include discoverability, which is really important in the world of AI, because you can get discovered in ChatGPT and all that without having to even touch anything. Everything's already going to be all customized for you. You're going to get unlimited invoicing, because remember, this is really going to be built for service-based businesses, and you get live chat. So if you ever need help with anything, they have live chat standing by. And then you get 50 images that it will generate on its platform for you, and 1,000 messages every month. Then they have the Grow plan, which if you really want to take this to a next level and then use this as like a business in a box kind of thing, this is going to be built for teams that are really running hard, or if you want to use this and have multiple clients under you. You get everything in the launch plan. You get 500 images. You get unlimited messages per month, and you get personalized expert onboarding. And I still see a lot of you coming in that are just now hopping in the chat. So what's up? Lilia coming from Boca Raton, and we've got Pamela that's here. We've got Queen Bee saying, do your thing. I appreciate it. And thanks, Robert, by saying that you teach perfectly. I like that. So enough talking. What I want to do is actually just have you watch me build one live. Now, talking about features, I've noticed in my past live streams, it does get kind of boring pretty quickly, because you just saw like all the features during the pricing. And if you really want to kind of play around with it, you can actually if you want to see like the difference of what it can do if you're already using an existing website builder, what I recommend doing is clicking on products at the very top and then just clicking on website builder. And then you can scroll down and actually, if you want to go in more details about like what it can actually do, you could read through this if you want. I just want to kind of have some fun playing with it right away. But when we get all the way down to on the website builder section, you can see the us versus them. And so you can, if you really just want to look at like the fine print, you can see how Durable, being the best AI website builder, you can see why that is when you compare it to Wix, when you compare it to Resume, when you compare it to Framer and WordPress and GoDaddy and many more. So you'll see, all the features down on the left-hand side. You'll see everything that Durable has to offer, and then you'll see where it kind of falls short if you prefer to use one of the other competitors. So watching this happen live, like actually me going through a live demo, it really hits a little differently. And what I mean by that is that like I can talk about what it can do, but if any of you saw my live stream yesterday, we actually had a little bit of an issue. I was showing you how to use a new AI screen recorder that can allow you to do demos, like beautiful, like Apple-like demo commercials. And so if you want to go watch yesterday's live stream, you can see that. But you'll also see when I was demoing it live, there was like a little bug in the tool where I wasn't able to edit something. And it was super frustrating, because it's like, I get nervous when I'm trying to teach something live and it's just not working. So this actually this could happen too. So, because I'm actually going to create an entirely new account, and because I want you to see what it's like going through the onboarding process, so you know what to expect. And then if we run into any hiccups, you're going to know what those hiccups are. So then that way, if you have that same hiccup, you know it's going to be okay. So we're going to try to use it to build a new business right now, and we're going to start completely from scratch. And what's really cool and what really makes Durable apart from everybody else is just giving it a simple prompt. And thanks, Queen Bee, by saying I'd be lost if it wasn't for you. Yeah, and it does have that when I mentioned that the post that you do can actually get indexed by ChatGPT and all the other LLMs, you're going to see how that works. So knowing that when you go to Durable, again, you can go to trydurable.com. And then when you get there, you are going to actually see, you're going to see where it says the fastest way to build a business. Now, there's a couple different ways you can go about doing this. So you could use it as an AI website builder. You could use it as an AI brand builder. You can use it as an AI blog builder, or you could just use it for invoicing. So I have a feeling a lot of people that are using this and wanting to use it and then find me on YouTube, it's because they want, to know how to build a website with AI. So that's what I'm going to demo here today. But if you want to take a look at the brand builder, it's going to be similar to building an AI website, but what it's going to do that's a little bit different is that it can actually help you come up with if you don't have a business name yet, it'll help you come up with a business name. It'll generate a logo for you if you don't have a logo. It'll even you can get your domain name directly through Durable. So the whole idea here is it not just being the best AI website builder, but just to be everything all rolled up into one platform. So you don't have to go worry about getting a domain name somewhere else and trying to connect it and set it up as a custom domain and playing with your DNS settings and things that you don't need to know about. So, and it'll also do your social presence and everything. So that's kind of the direction if you want to use it as an AI brand builder. If you want to use it to build a blog, maybe for your business or somebody else. I'm showing you these before we get into the actual kind of live demo, is because I don't know how you plan on using this, but I just want you to know what it's capable of doing. So then you can decide if you want to kind of get started doing a brand, doing a website, doing a blog, or maybe you just want to use it for invoicing. Okay, so we'll just go back to Durable. And then knowing that no matter what it is that you want to build, you have to come up with a prompt. So just like I always talk with every AI tool and platform that's out there, what you put in is going to be related to what you're going to get out of it. So if you just put in a 1-sentence description of what you want your business to be, you're going to get kind of, I wouldn't say junk back, but you're not going to get something very targeted and very focused. And so I put together a prompt template that you can use. And if you, I already see Michael says question for later, but that's okay. Whenever I see people have questions, I'll be more than happy to answer them right away. So he says, what if we already have a domain name and want to use Durable? We will find out. So, all right. So what we're going to do is I want to show you the prompt template. So this is going to be the template. If you're watching this live, you can just kind of follow along. And I would recommend going to trydurable.com and just putting in the prompt as you see it, and then we can kind of tweak it as we go. So basically the template, which would be a perfect starter prompt for you, you would put in, I want to start and then whatever type of business it is. My company is called whatever your business name is, or whatever new business you want to create. And then you want to describe what you do and what makes you different. And then also who you serve, how you help them. And then you want to say, build me a website that, and then describe what you want on the site. So an example would be this template right here. So we'll go ahead and try this out. Because I talk a lot about Fiverr in the sense that if you want to get paid to play with AI, so as you're learning AI tools, if you want to get paid to use those tools and help other people, the best way to do it is go to a place like Fiverr. You could just go to sellonfiverr.com, and this is where you can just literally start a global business with your talent. Well, your talent is that you're learning new AI tools and you can offer services. So for instance, I'm going to show you how you could just get in the business of literally creating AI websites for people, and then how this person right here has over 705 reviews. He charges a minimum of $150 for a basic AI website that you're going to see how you can build here in a second. He has 16 orders in queue, and if you just do the math, he's brought in minimum over 6 figures in just building AI websites. So it's really important that you understand starting with a good prompt so you're able to get in the business of doing this right away. So an example would be, since I talk a lot about Fiverr, this is just kind of more for fun. I'm not actually going to do this, and I'm curious just what it comes up with. So I'm going to say, And thanks by saying very exciting and already just getting started. So I want to, you would say something, or I'm going to say this. I want to start a freelance consulting business. My company is called Freedom Lancer. I just made that up. And we turn complete beginners into six-figure Fiverr sellers. We build their brand, their entire storefront, their portfolio. We write their gig copy. We design their thumbnails. We launch a strategy to get them customers and reviews fast. So build me a website that explains who this is for, shows our packages, and have a contact form. So we're just going to start with this and see how that goes. And again, once we kind of play around with this, then I'll show you, how this guy's making over $100,000 with Durable. I'll show you 21 different ways you can make money building AI websites with Durable. I'll show you 11 types of businesses you could actually build for yourself in minutes with Durable. And I've got prompts for all those too. So, all right, what we'll do is when you go to try to put something in on the prompt box, like on Durable itself, we don't need anything here on the left. So let me actually just go full screen here. So this will be easier for you to follow along. You're going to have to set up an account. Now, how I set up an account, I just attached my Google email. So if you use Google or if you have Apple Mail or anything like that, it's really easy to set up an account. You just give it an email address. And when you do that, this is what you're going to get when you first get started. So this is the onboarding process. So we're going to check this out in real time, and we'll see how this goes. And know that Durable is not available in AIville because this is a completely standalone platform. Inside of AIville, we have very focused, like individual tools for people, and we have like ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, Nano Banana 2, like that kind of stuff. This is an entirely separate thing. So what type of business are you building? So I'm just copying and pasting what I put in to show you as an example. So again, about starting a freelance consulting business called Freedom Lancer. So we'll just go ahead and hit next. So now it's going to say what's your current monthly revenue. We're just starting. So just put in just starting. Where is your business located? I'll just say United States. If you have a physical, like again, this Durable is really good for service-based businesses. So usually service-based businesses will have a specific, city they're in, or a town, or, a region. I'm just going to say United States. So then what's the name of the business? It already picked up Freedom Lancer because that was in the prompt that I just created the prompt template for you. And so it picked that up. So we're going to hit next. So now it says, okay, here's our summary. You're building Freedom Lancer, a consulting business in the United States, and you're just getting started. Yes. The company turns complete beginners into six-figure Fiverr sellers by building their brand, entire storefront, portfolio, writing gig copy, yada, yada, yada. So it's like, now we're getting there. Anything else you would make AI do better? No, we're just going to hit start building. So then we're going to do this. Now, keep in mind, I have watched a ridiculous amount of tutorials on this, but I've never actually went through the process of doing this myself because I wanted to do this for the first time live because AI is moving so freaking fast. And it looks like it's building the website right now. So as it's doing it, I'm just going to kind of talk and kind of fill it so we're not just staring at the screen together. But I do like how all of you in the chat are, saying awesome and this is cool. This could actually eliminate Rank Math, Yoast, SEO Press, and all that because it's going to have all of this built in directly to Durable. That's the whole idea. Is it's like an all-in-one platform, and I honestly can't wait to see what's going to come out of this. So the reason why I'm doing this live for the first time without previously doing this because I want to just see what you would see for the first time. And for me to actually do live streams on YouTube every single day of the week at 2 p.m. Central, I don't have much time to really learn everything about the tool that I'm about to show you and then get it all ready for you the next day. So I feel like I'm just at my YouTube channel and my topics that I'm talking about with AI and building things with AI and keeping up with the latest AI tools. I feel like I'm holding on to a rocket ship, and I can't get my grip yet. So anyway, you're kind of just watching me do this kind of stuff live, and I was. You know what? I'm glad you said that, Mike, because I was actually curious. I wonder how many of you like that I'm flying blind right now, or how many of you are just I don't like that you're figuring this out along with us. I'll move on to someone else because again, I will always show you the latest tools as I come across them, but I'm just figuring this out as much as you are. If you want me to keep showing up every day at 2 p.m. Central on this YouTube channel, which I think most of you want me to do that. So, okay, so it looks like it built the website. So it's unpublished right now. So we'll just go ahead and take a look at all this. Now, I'm not going to go through and like set up every little detail. My whole purpose with these live streams is just to introduce you to a new tool, talk about why it is the best in class at what it is because of all the research that I've done, and then we'll play with it live in real time for a while, and then I'll take questions. And if any of you want to see something that you see on my screen, let me know. Be like, oh, Chris, like what's the discoverability feature? And then I'll go click on it because I want this to be like interactive, as if you're sitting next to me in my office and we're doing this together. So thanks, Velvet, by saying that you like that I'm doing this and everyone likes it. The real. Yeah, jumping in like we would. Love this way. Keep it up. Blind is good, especially. Blind is good, except when driving. I agree. We actually have a friend of ours that is usually on our live chats that are, he goes by the Legally Blonde guy. I think his name's Robert. But before we're about to dive in, I'm going to click through on all of these areas so we can learn about this together. But why I'm doing this, we have a decent amount of you that are here live. If you like this style of what I've done so far, where I went through a very kind of short outline for you, and then we just got right into building live. This is the first time I've done something this short before and getting right into building live. If you like this style, do me a favor and just hit like on this live stream right now, because then I can see the bump in likes versus the views. And if I see a lot of you are liking the live stream, then I know that you like this style. If you genuinely don't like this, then just don't hit like, because then I won't see a bunch of likes come up, and then I'll be okay, I don't need to do this anymore. So, okay, enough talking. Let's just go. Well, I mean, I'll keep talking, but let's actually take a look here. So it put together the website, and it's showing it to me right here in the middle. Let me see if I can zoom out a little so we see more of my screen. And okay, so it's like turn your Fiverr gig into revenue. It built out the site. It's showing me that I could create invoices. I could have chats where people can actually chat directly with me through my website. I can add customers. It has a little checklist here about getting a custom domain, adding a customer, adding an invoice. The reason you keep seeing like above me here, like in everywhere about invoices, is because again, Durable is meant to be for service-based businesses. If you want to create a business that's like just like a portfolio site or a one-page landing page or something like that, I probably wouldn't use Durable. I would use there's other platforms that are much better for visually providing just a one-page landing page or a portfolio page or something like that. All right, so we'll go ahead and just click on website. I'm really curious what it'll do here. So it just shows me the whole website. And then it looks like I can edit the navigation bar. So how it says Freedom Lancer, home services, about contact. I'm curious if I hit edit navigation bar, what happens. So let's go ahead and click on it. And oh, this is cool. So it actually it has like a drag and drop builder here, and I can actually move it around too. So this is beautiful, by the way, where I can just change out the logo. So instead of text, if I have an image I want to upload, I can upload an image. Which is nice. So I wonder if I hit replace. Oh, I could even generate a logo. Here, let's go ahead and try that. Now I can only generate 5 images because I'm on this free plan. So I want to use this sparingly. I'll say, here, I need to turn on my Whisper Flow. This is the app that I use where I can like talk into anything and then it just starts showing up. All right, so here, I'm going to try something, see if I can make a logo with this. Generate a typographic logo for just the word Freedom Lancer and make it look high end, but also resemble money. Okay. So then I'm just going to hit generate. Actually, I put that in, so I don't know if I have to hit generate or if I have to hit done. Let me hit done. Okay. It looks like I got to hit generate. So, okay. So I typed in a prompt, or I spoke a prompt, and then now it's going to sketch some ideas. So I think would be really good. That was pretty good. So it just made it just designed us an image real quick. So now I could probably click on that image and I can tweak it, or I can auto adjust. I wonder what happens if I hit auto adjust. If I It auto adjust. It just made a different version. Okay, well that's better than just text. Yeah, Whisperflow. Some people are saying, what is the app you use? If you go to Try Whisper, TRIWISPER, this is an app I always use where I can just tap a button on my keyboard and then it pops up like an AI voice to text kind of translator. So I can just kind of say and I can pause for a while. And then when I hit the button again on my keyboard, it comes out as like a beautiful prompt using AI. So Whisperflow is like, I use this for every AI tool that I have. So, okay. So it looks like that's pretty easy to just change things. If I want to add a section, let's go ahead and say add section. Oh, this is cool. So it comes up with like designs and sections that actually would be relatable to the business that I chose to build. So we can actually do a banner. Looks like we could do a feature section. We could do a gallery. We could do text. We can do a showcase if we want to showcase like, we work with these companies or we use these tools or whatever. We could do metrics, which I'm sure those would be animated. If we want a testimonial block, we could do a testimonial block. If we want to have a about team, we have a team. We have price, and all of these are beautiful. Like these are very simple, very straightforward sections that you can add to your site real easily. So let's add a little section a little bit further down. So where it says see packages, I wonder what happens if I click on see packages. I can actually go to an external link, or I could just say a page section. So it actually created a pricing table for us. So let's just say if you click on see packages, it'll take you to pricing table. So then that's all set up. Looks like I can preview it too. So I'm not going to do that yet. I'm just kind of playing around with it. Okay, so it came up with copy. So it's like, we will do a complete brand strategy. This is what I really wanted to see. I wanted to see how it comes up with copy, and is it actually good, or is it just kind of like, filler words that you have to change? This is actually very good. So storefront built to convert, portfolio built from scratch, gig copy that sells, thumbnails that get clicks, launch strategy that works. Those are the things that I would offer. It's beginners who built real Fiverr income. And then, so if I wanted to have like testimonials, I could have that. But let's say I don't have testimonials. So let's say I just want to delete that section completely. So I have my mouse moved over the testimonial section. Let's try the trash can. And yeah, I just deleted the whole testimonial section altogether. And then here's our pricing. So I could do a full portfolio build. It came up with a price for me that I could offer, which is a complete foundation plus multiple gigs and samples to establish credibility fast. Here's everything you get. It even came up with the features of what I can offer to people. Then it came up with a gig launch package, which is a one-time fee. And it came up with a 6-figure roadmap that's just under $3,000. And it's, this is incredible. Then there's a custom package. If I had time, I would totally move forward with putting something like this together. This is really neat. So, all right, I didn't make very many changes, but let's go ahead and I want to see what the theme, colors, and fonts are at the top. So let's go ahead and hit theme. So this is the theme that it gave us, but it looks like I can go with a completely different theme and a different style, which is really cool because I'm sure it came up with themes based off of what it knows the type of business that I've chose to go with is about. So let's say I want something a little darker. I'm going to choose this theme. I wonder how fast it'll actually build this using AI, because it's actually put a lot of copy in there, put images in there, and it did it pretty darn quick. So turn your Fiverr gig into income. And then this is more of a style that I like. It's just much more kind of like higher end looking. Now let's say let's confirm that theme. Let's just preview to see what happens here. So I'm going to hit preview. I could preview on desktop or I could preview on mobile. So if I want to do mobile, it's all mobile optimized. If I want to do desktop, it's all desktop optimized, which is great. So that was pretty simple. If I want to publish, I would just publish it, but I'm not going to do that yet. And we're just looking at the home page. Again, it built other pages for us. It built like a multi-page site. So we have services. So if I click on services, it'll take us to all the different services and things that we can offer. And it came up with, really nice images for us right out of the gate. Looks like in the chat, Wendy says, my understanding that this hosts the site. Yes. And that's the thing with Durable. and this is what everyone's raving about, is it is a total, not just a website builder, but it's like an entire business builder in a box where everything is all in one place. So we're building the website, and if you had the $22 a month plan, it would actually host it for you, and then you can buy your domain name through Durable too. So you don't have to worry about any outside, having to set up all these other outside services and connect them. So everything's just all in one place. And yeah, Queen Bee says, I like it because the darker doesn't hurt my eyes. I agree. So, all right. So we're just kind of playing around here. If I hit colors, let's just see if I wanted to completely change the colors to, like, let's say pink. I wouldn't do this, but I'm just curious if I do that. It did make it just changed everything from the very dark to kind of more blue and pink. So it completely different brand colors. If I want to go to something a little more, I don't know, techie, which is like blue and green and all that, it just instantly changed everything. I mean, it is insane how fast this is doing this. Let's say fonts. It's giving me different font options. Let's say I want to go with something that's a little more, has a lot of fonts. I love this Libri Baskerville. So let's just go with that. Then it's making it just a little more high end looking, if I wanted to do that. And it just changed the fonts throughout everything, which is awesome. And yeah, it's super cool that it hosted it as well. And I don't know what you said no way to, Michael, but yeah, this is super cool. All right, so that's the website builder portion. Let's go ahead and play around with, up here next to preview, there's like a little settings thing. So if I click on that, okay, so publish, your website is published for the world to see. Okay, and then I can choose domains. So it gave me a domain name right now. So it's a very long, like, domain name on Durable's website. But if someone had a question at the very beginning of this, is if you had to have a domain name already, can it connect to an existing one? And the answer is yes, because I can actually get a free custom domain directly through Durable. So let's say I'm curious, I just clicked on that, and it's showing me right now all these domains I can get that would be available, which is pretty cool. So what if I do, like, I don't know, Freedom Lancer World? I'm just curious, if you type something, I wouldn't get this domain, but I'm just curious if it searches for that in real time. And looks like it is. It's trying to see if it's available, because I'm wondering if I come up with something, if it's available, we'll just say available, and then you can get it. So I don't know how long it takes to search this. Let me take a sip of my water. Question in the chat is, how is this different from Replit? It's very different from Replit because and it looks like it does, real quick, the domain name, it does search for, if it's available, it'll tell you it is available, and it's normally $11.25 a year, but you can get it for free, through Durable. So the thing with Replit is, like, Replit is kind of like an all-in-one tool. So it can build a lot of things, but you have to be good at prompting, and you have to be good at understanding color palettes, branding palettes, understanding layout and design and all that, where Durable has everything. It's all of this is built in. So you don't have to come up with telling it too much. It just built this entire business by just a couple sentence prompt, and it looks extremely good, and the copy is really good. If you try to build websites with Replit or Lovable or something like that, the copy on the websites are not good at all. They're really bad. They're really good to use as, like, just kind of building something really quick to kind of launch. But also, this has, again, a customer database. So again, this is built for more service-oriented businesses. We have a discoverability thing. So this is going to track and improve how your business is going to appear in AI tools like ChatGPT and on Google. So how a question came in earlier is if this has, like, AEO into this. Yes, it does. So right now my visibility score is a 0 out of 100 because we haven't even published the website yet. But this is the kind of stuff you would not get with another AI website builder like a Replit or a Lovable or a Wix or something like that. It is really good at just what it does. And it takes out all the guesswork. So it's letting you know, to improve your visibility, first, you probably need to publish your website. You need to connect to a Google Business Profile. So create one if you don't have one. get a review, list it on 2 business directories, and then it'll help you. And it looks like it's going to walk you through doing that. And even right here, like above me, if you don't have a Google business profile, I could click right now and I'll connect it with Google. And it'll even show you your rankings of your pages in ChatGPT, in Gemini. This is really cool. In Claude, in Perplexity, in Grok. And then if I want to see the rankings, obviously it's wanting me to upgrade. It looks like in one click, I can actually get listed in all the top directories. So once your site is built, you can just have it instantly inject your site into all of these directories. If I want to upgrade, just to show you, this is literally $22 a month, and you will unlock everything that this has to offer, which is incredible. Invoices. So again, you would not get this with a Replit or Lovable or any other AI website builder, where it will keep track of all your invoices, your invoice numbers, issue dates, payouts, everything is all through here. And then the AI Studio is where, as you create AI images over time, it'll actually all be in here. And like, this is like your private library, not of stock photography. These are all images that were created specifically to relate to your business. So for instance, if we look at this image right here, look at this. It says craft compelling gig descriptions, unlock your sales potential. It made this image for my website because we talked about one of the things that we want to offer to people is the ability to have better gig descriptions. So it didn't just put in a bunch of generic stuff. It's actually putting in things that make sense directly for our business. We could create a social post. So right away, there goes Canva. You don't have to worry about Canva because it's going to show me all these examples of styles. And then we probably are going to choose a style and see, let me choose a style and see what it comes up with. I'm curious if this Forge Craft Construction, if I click on that, it instantly put in a prompt for me. So it said, showcase the graphic Freedom Lancer overlay and call to action. Use a gritty metal texture background with illustrations. For example, discover how to launch your successful Fiverr journey as a call to action, featuring symbols of creativity and growth like pencils, light bulbs, and upwards arrows. I did not have to come up with that prompt. It instantly knew what the business was, and I chose a template that I thought was kind of cool, and it already instantly just populated that. So let's go ahead and I'm just going to run that and see if it's going to generate that image. And okay, it's sketching ideas. Again, I did not tell it. I did not have to come up with in my own mind what to come up with. It just suggested a prompt. So we're going to see how that works. So while we're doing that, let me take a look at the chat here. And yeah, this is definitely one hell of a deal. And free custom domain and hosting is an incredible value for $22 a month. Is this synthetic intelligence? I've actually never heard of that term, Susan. So I actually might want to do some research on like, what is synthetic intelligence? I'm not sure. Will this replace Surfer SEO? I would say, now we didn't use this to build an example of a blog. I would go to say, no, it doesn't replace Surfer SEO, because Surfer SEO is very detailed and gives you very deep metrics on a site that if you have like thousands of pages, I would keep this like maybe would be, if you're going to build a blog for yourself or a website and you want it to be, if you really want to like rank for SEO, I would use Everything Endurable as like your level 1 or your stage 1 of building your website. And then once you're growing, I would maybe get a trial to Surfer SEO and just see what it does. And then how it could connect to what it is you're doing. The whole idea here, and this was a great image. I mean, it was gritty. It just made something for me based off a template that I picked. So, all right. So that's what AI Studio is. So we can create social posts. We can create posters, which you could actually use for posters on anything. You could use on Pinterest. You could use on Instagram, Reels, whatever. And then it looks like, I don't know what Get Creative is. Let's click on Get Creative. And it's just coming up with random stuff that it could actually create for you. So that's interesting. Okay, now let's go ahead and click on AI Partner and see what this is. So this would be, instead of talking to a ChatGPT or a Gemini or insert whatever your favorite AI tool is, it has its own LLM built into it. And they call it AI Partner. And so it looks like we could say, it's coming up right away with really good ideas. Like, what are average margins and profit for my industry, pricing services? What's an ideal, identify an ideal customer profile, summarize the latest leads. These are just, again, initial ideas, which is kind of, I'm going to choose one here in a minute because I'm curious what it's going to do. Let's do generate a detailed business plan. Let's go ahead and I'm just curious what this does. So all I did was just picked a template and it just put in a prompt. So produce a clear, actionable business plan for my business with realistic numbers, a 90-day go-to-market, and a simple financial goal. So, okay, so it looks like this is going to be very back and forth. So it's going to say, what price points are you planning to charge or considering for your core services? Do you have an existing, blah, blah, what's your monthly budget? Okay, so here, let's just talk back to it. So I'm going to use my Whisper, try Whisper thing to talk to it. I'm not going to give it too much information because I just want to see what it comes up with. I actually don't know what to charge for my price points, but I know I want there to be 3 packages, like a good, better, best package. I would like my top package to be $5,000. And I don't have an existing audience. I don't have an email list. I don't have a social following. I don't have a network I can tap into for early clients. So I would like for you to give me 20 ways that I can go get my early clients without spending any money on marketing. My monthly revenue goal for the first 90 days would be $15,000. And my rough monthly budget for marketing and tools, $0. Okay, so again, this is why I love Whisper, because it just format everything perfectly for me and I didn't have to type a single thing. And then you saw, like, I was trying to think of the answer, so I was pausing and I was saying and it did a really great job. I would not connect Durable to high level. This Durable is literally just completely standalone as the best AI website builder, the best all-in-one solution. So anyone that is trying to learn how to build a website with AI and they don't want to use a tool that is like a tool that does everything. I look at Go High Level as like a Swiss Army knife. It does a whole lot of different things, where this just does one thing very, very, very good. So this is going to be very interesting. I'm curious what it's going to come back with, because it is really taking a lot of time to do some research. So I'm wondering how complex and how comprehensive its plan will be. So let's see. Does anyone have questions that are watching this live? And then again, if you do like this, while we're waiting for research, I'll just let all of you know, if you have not done so already, on my YouTube channel, if you like to see me go live every day and show off new tools and what they can do, and just kind of have fun, like demoing stuff live, that's what I do. So I'm kind of becoming like the AI tool guy. And all you have to do is just hit subscribe, but I recommend turning on all notifications, because then you'll get notified if I make any changes to my live stream times. If I happen to go, that I have a feeling next week I'm going to be doing a lot of spontaneous live streams, so I won't be planning them ahead of time. I want to try to do as real time as I possibly can when something new comes out, because there's some new stuff that came out in the last 24 hours that I just don't have time right now to do live streams on. But next week, I'm going to try to not only have scheduled live streams, but I want to do more just like spontaneous live streams. Like as soon as I see something come across, my radar, I'm just going to go live and start talking about it. And I've never done that before. And it'll actually be me experimenting live. So for instance, I'll tell you right now, next week, I'm going to be talking about Nano Banana 2, and I'm going to be talking about Perplexity Computer. If you don't know what that is, it's pretty much first, Claude came out with something called Claude Control. I'll probably talk about that. I'll probably do a live stream on that too. But Claude Control is like a replacement, or its answer to OpenClaw. And then Perplexity Computer is their answer to OpenClaw. So it's going to be really cool, because I haven't touched OpenClaw because of security and all that kind of stuff. So if you want to really stay on like the absolute cutting edge with AI, that's what my YouTube channel is becoming. So, all right, it looks like it's still analyzing some context. So that was just a little plug, trying to fill in some time. Let me see here. Patty says, can you share that prompt? So the prompt was actually, it was just me answering the questions that it had. So the way it worked was I went to the AI partner section inside of Durable, and then I chose for one of the templates to create a marketing plan for me. And then it put in a prompt. I didn't have to write this. It actually did it itself. And then after it put in that prompt, it then gave me like some questions to just kind of refine like what it is that I need, so then it can help me. And then all I did here, this isn't really a prompt. This is just me. I turned on Whisper and just answered the questions is all I did. So, and thanks Queen V by saying hit the like button. Yeah, hitting the like button will help, because then if I see a lot of you watch this but also like this, then that's a cue for me to make more of these. Can you use Durable to make multiple websites for clients? Yes, that's the very exciting thing, is because if you want to get into the business of offering services to other people, which, why this is coming up with the business plan, let me go ahead and I'll jump over and I'll talk about some of that. So if you want to use something like Durable to get in the business of building websites with AI for other people, the best place you're going to want to go is going to be Fiverr. And that's because you can just instantly become a freelancer and then have a global business just sitting at your kitchen table. And you don't have to like offer services where people have to hire you by the hour. You literally can just say, I will do this for this much money, and then people will, take you up on it. So I found this person that is making over $100,000 doing stuff like this. So you basically want to sell websites to people who need them. So most small business owners, they have zero website, and you could build one in minutes. You could charge hundreds. People will line up to pay for this on Fiverr, which I've found, and I'm going to show you. And you could package even a whole business as a service. So you could offer a website to somebody, but then also offer the ability to have a CRM, to have invoicing, all in like one of your upgraded packages. You could charge monthly to manage it all for them. And one client a week could really become a full-time income. And the platforms out there, like the Fiverrs of the world, they are begging for this kind of skill. So what I recommend doing is go to just Fiverr and look at AI website. Just type in AI website and look at the gigs and bookmark a few that have a lot of ratings, and then you can create your own gig you're in business. So what you do is you go to Fiverr and then just fiverr.com, type in AI website, scroll down, and you're going to see people are saying, I will build you an AI website. He charges $100. He has 154 reviews. She has 116 reviews, charges $150. And all of these are just starting prices. And then, so you want to find the people that actually have a lot of reviews, and then what they're charging, what they're pricing. And then you just kind of want to come off to be a little better than what they're offering. So I found this guy, again, I mentioned him briefly earlier, but if you do the math, you can't see my calculator, I don't think, if I pull it up. No, you can't. But here, I'm going to take 705, because that's how many reviews he has, times 150, which is his basic offering. So he's brought in at least $105,750 just building AI websites for people. And that's a starter website with 3 pages. You saw me build a starter website with 3 pages in minutes using Durable. And then he offers a $450 package and a $1,500 package. So, and then he's got 16 orders in queue. So there's a lot of money to be made in this business of doing this. And all right, so it looks like it came back with an entire business plan for me. I'm not going to read through all of this, but my Lord. Okay, I'm just trying to get to the top. Okay, so it says, assumption, since the specific industry or service isn't stated, the following pricing and client acquisition tips are given general context suitable for many service-based businesses. So I guess tip for you, whenever you are talking to it to have it help you with a business plan, be very specific about what your business is and what type of clients you have or want to get. All right, so it's giving me like what my good, better, best pricing should be. It's giving me 20 ways to get early clients with zero marketing budget. Again, this would be really good if I was more specific, which I should have been. And it's just giving you all the steps on everything that you can do. So when you get to the very end of that, It's just giving you what the bottom line is, and then we could just continue the conversation from there. So that was in the AI partner section. So in the AI partner section, you can just kind of play around with it. Or if it just where it says, how can Durable help you? This is where I would recommend any questions you have about Durable, I would just get a free account and then use the AI partner and literally just where it says, how can Durable help you? Just instead of talking to ChatGPT, instead of trying to get in touch with their knowledge base or their help desk or anything like that, just probably use the AI partner section and just ask. So yeah, that's what I would do there. Somebody asked in the chat earlier if you could handle it for multiple clients. So it was Deborah. She said, "Can you use Durable to make multiple websites?" So what you would do is from the drop down here, yes, you can. So I just create a free account with one email, just one of my Google emails. I didn't even put a credit. I'm doing all this stuff, and I didn't even put a credit card on file. So yeah, you can click on the drop down and then you could just add a business. So you can just add, every time you have a new client, you can add an entirely new business to your drop down. So you can have a drop down of all the people that you have that are your clients. So when I go back to home here, this is going to be home for Freedomlancer. So it looks like there's no actual like home for Durable once you're actually logged in. It's just going to take you to the home for one of your websites. I wonder if I click add a business, I'd imagine it's going to want me to have a paid account for this. So let me go ahead and hit add business. No. So I don't know. Here, let's go. I'm just going to try to come up with something different. Because I'm curious if it's going to want me to sign up for a paid plan to add a second business. So I will try something really quick. Let's see. I haven't even thought about what would my other business be. Let's be a little more basic with this one. I would like to have a blog that is full of motivational quotes. That's it. I want to see if it is, by giving it something that is not hyper specific, what it's going to do. So what is your current revenue? Just starting. So it's going through the same questions. Where your business located? United States. Okay. What's the name of your business? I don't know. Quotepedia. Quotepedia. Did I spell it right? I don't even know. I'm just going to call it that. I was just thinking of Wikipedia. So Quotepedia. And okay, this blog, a website, they'll have a blog full of motivation. Okay, instead of saying website, I'll just say a blog. The blog will be full of motivational quotes. Where's it? Start building. And see what it comes up with. Because I'm wondering if it's going to get to a paywall where it's going to say, oh, okay, hold your horses there. You've already built one website. You can't go build another one unless you have a paid plan. But it looks like it's building a website, or a blog. So we'll see. Okay, what's in the premium? So that would all be specific to assuming you're referring to if you're going to do freelance package on Fiverr. This is where you just have to do a little bit of research, and you really need to understand your customer, or you need to understand your competitors on Fiverr and what they're charging. So I can see this person that has done over $100,000 doing AI websites. His basic package is $150 for just 3 pages. His standard package is 5 pages. His premium package is a client that needs 10 pages. That's pretty much it. But that's just that guy. We could actually come in here and take a look at anybody here that also has, hundreds of reviews, and then just see kind of what they're doing. This is another guy. So let's click on him. So $135. He'll do a 5-page website. $2,000. He didn't even say how many pages, and he has a $4,500 package. So yeah, you just have to kind of play around. I wonder if you want to do a service-based website. If there are people that just do service-based websites on Fiverr, and to see if you could just come out of the gate and just really kind of plant your flag to be I just do service-based websites. And it looks like there are people that do that. So this person says WordPress site, but look at this. This guy will design a service business WordPress website you would be doing, obviously not a WordPress website, but you could design a service business AI website. He charges $1,000 for 1 to 3 pages, and he has 81 reviews. And you can see the quality of his websites. You could crush it by using a tool like Durable. So this is where most people out there, they don't know what they don't know. So AI is moving so fast. I feel like it's now my mission and my calling to just keep you up to date with the latest AI tools. And as I discover them, and then when I find these new tools that or existing tools that have updates, I want to just quickly hurry up and update you on like what the latest tool is or latest update, so you can always have like the best, most cutting edge AI tools in your tool belt. And then when you can go into whatever you want to do for yourself or offer services to other people, and you have a better tool than everybody else does. Mike says, this is making my head hurt, but in a good way. Hopefully me just jumping around here and just playing around is okay for everybody. Is everyone still enjoying just overall the vibe of this live stream? You're welcome for making your head hurt. Okay, so, all right, let's see here. I asked it to make a blog, so we're just going to hit edit website. And then I'm going to take a look at what it initially came out with. Okay, yeah, it's coming out. Here's a quotes. And then here's like the blog posts. So they're all kind of more image based. So let's go ahead and do theme. And then we could just pick a different theme that might be a little more, I don't know, feels more like a blog. So this one looks kind of more like a New York Times kind of thing. So let's just click on that theme. And Michael says, Chris does this all the time. Mind blowing. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm literally just live playing around with a new tool. But I like that you all are enjoying it. So thank you. Okay. So this is really cool. Quotopedia. This looks very nice, very clean. And I'm just going to hit confirm this theme. And I still can't believe that it is letting me do this without putting a credit card on file. Like, I was wondering if it was going to have me hit a paywall, and it didn't let me hit a paywall or anything. Pamela says, definitely liking this. I need one, maybe more than one. That's awesome. And yeah, I can totally eventually one day bring on like Fiverr experts and all that kind of stuff. But honestly, you don't really need like a Fiverr expert to tell you like what's working, because you can actually just go and reverse engineer anybody on Fiverr by seeing what it is that they're doing and just do something a little better. But you know, I don't have my live stream set up yet either to like bring on a second person to talk. It's kind of just a solo thing right now, but I can definitely consider it in the future for sure. So that's really, so it did a really good job here. So it has my page, it has a quotes page. I don't really see where I could do a blog, like blog posts. That's what I was wondering when I said, make me a blog, like where's the blog post feature? So I don't know. Let me go to AI Partner here and just ask it. So I want my website to be a blog, and I think it made it a blog, but I don't see where I can create blog posts. Can you help me? Okay. I'm just wondering if you can use Durable's AI Partner to help you as you're like building your, AI website. So your blog setup is on the right track. Here's the official help article to guide you to creating and managing blog posts. So it gave me a link to create blog post, how to edit a blog post, how to customize a blog landing page. So it says start with the first link. It should point you right to where you create post. If you run into any trouble, feel free to reach out with the help button. Okay, well I haven't clicked on the help button. I guess I should have done that, but I just wanted to see what the AI Partner thing did. So let's click on how to create blog post. And okay, it says click on website on the left-hand menu, select blog from the sub menu, and hit add post. Okay, that sounds pretty simple. So, okay, we're on website. So we're gonna click on website. I don't see a drop down for blog. I see quotes. I see I can add a page. If I hit an added page, it looks like I don't know. I can't figure that out at the moment. So maybe I actually didn't create a blog for me. Anyway, let's go ahead and test out the help thing. What if I want to do live chat? I wonder if it'll let me do live chat since I have a free account. It probably won't. No, it looks like it does. I can send a message. They reply in under 3 minutes. So that's pretty cool. And it looks like they're using Intercom for their interface, which is really good. And then, anybody that that's actually inside of AIville, I should do a better job of like showing what my business and like the things that I offer. But yeah, we have inside of AIville. Let me go to it and show you. We have a character called Fika. So when you go to AIville, you have to have a pro account, but you go to characters and we have a character called Fika, and you can she's your Fiverr assistant. So instead of like me bringing on a Fiverr expert and just having the expert talk about his or her business, you could just talk to Fika and have her literally help you with absolutely everything. So here, I'll just show you, for example. I want to start a new Fiverr profile where all I do is build AI websites for people. I need you to put together an entire business plan for me, and even coming up with like, what should the name of my account be? I want you to help me with a gig description. I want you to suggest what my 3 packages should be. I also want you to suggest my pricing. I want you to give me 20 ways that I can get my first 10 customers without spending any money on marketing. I'll just stop there. And then you can see it's going to drop everything in, and then you just send it off to Fika, and Fika instantly will give you a Fiverr AI website business plan. So she's going to go through, step 1. It's going to walk through, how you should name it. It'll walk through your tagline. It already created your description for you and your bio. It's telling you what your gig packages should be. She'll do everything for you. So you don't really have to necessarily wait to talk to a Fiverr expert on an interview, because that person will actually do just fine. Pamela says, you're doing fine. Don't make it too difficult because you're bringing us a lot of information and frequent schedule. Keep it simple. Cool. Well, I'm glad you like that. And it looks like we just passed an hour. I can't believe we've already been here for an hour. Let me see here. There was more stuff that I wanted to cover on my outline, because I could spend hours just kind of playing in the Durable interface. But I was wondering if what I just did by showing you just a live demo as I was learning it for the first time, how you all would latch on to that. And it looks like you liked it. So I will do more of that in the future. And thanks to everybody saying it's an amazing presentation. And all right, so let me go through a couple more things that I actually had on my list for you. And then I'll open it up if any of you have questions. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions that you all have. So 21 ways to make money with Durable. You could build websites for local service businesses. You could build church and nonprofit sites for donations. You could create brand identity packages for creators. You could sell 30-second website demos on Fiverr. You could launch a monthly site management retainer type program. You could build portfolio sites for photographers. You could set up a CRM and invoicing for freelancers, create lead capture sites for contractors. You could sell Google Ads copy to small businesses. You could build booking pages for salons and barbers. You could package a full business launch kit and sell those on Etsy. You could write AI blog posts for local businesses, build multilingual websites on Fiverr, AI websites on Fiverr, create independent real estate agent sites, sell social media content packs. You could build food truck and catering sites locally with Durable. You could offer local SEO setup as monthly services, create coaching websites with payment links. You could build sites for personal trainers and gyms. You could sell websites that come with brand kits, and you could launch a YouTube channel of your own teaching people how to use Durable. So that is I always like to give just a quick rundown of a bunch of ways you could use this to actually go out there and make money with AI, and with this AI tool and with this AI website builder. So what I'd recommend when you look at this list is to not get overwhelmed by it, but just if there's one of these that just stood out to you and you're like, oh my God, I want to do that. Like maybe you used to be in real estate, and maybe you used to be a real estate agent. So you kind of know the game, you can talk the talk and all that. So then what I would do is just jump over to Fiverr and see, is there anybody that is creating real estate websites for people? So just type in real estate website. You don't have to type in AI. Just the thing is that most people can't wrap their mind around is that you don't have to say that you use AI for what you're delivering as a service. AI is just a tool. It would just be like you describing what software you use to develop the website. Like people don't care. They want the end result. So when you put in like real estate website, you can see people, oh my God, people are charging even more money for these. Well, obviously, because it's real estate, but this person will design a real estate website. $245, has 594 reviews. I just got to run the math on that. You can't see my calculator, but I'll take 594 reviews times $245. This first person right here has brought in at least $145,000 making real estate websites. And there's a bunch of them. I mean, there's people that have 379 reviews, 519 reviews. So yeah. So what I would do is just, again, look at this list of ideas. And if anything stands out, great. Or maybe you just are like me and you just want to always stay up on just whatever the latest AI tool of the day is. So just, you don't have to do anything. You just keep coming and hanging out with me on my live stream. If you want to build your own business with this, what you can do is there's 11 businesses you can actually build in minutes. So if you want to do like home services, which is the easiest business to start, you could actually say, like, I want to start a pressure washing business. My company is called Clean Blast. We help homeowners restore their driveways, yada, yada. I'm showing you this because if you want to get into the business of offering services for these types of people, these would be really good kind of prompts to open your mind to what's possible. So I won't read through all these because I don't want to bore you, but they're all here. There's home services, health and wellness, because like everyone wants to feel better. Creative services, so you can actually, sell skills for cash. You can offer pet service, offer websites and AI websites to people in the pet service industry, because this is a wide open $150 billion industry. That'd be the prompt. Food and beverage, because people need to be fed, and you can get paid well to offer websites to the food and beverage industry. Education and tutoring, there's a prompt for that. Professional services, events, there's always big money and big moments. Auto and transport, because cars need care every day, so people need websites for that. Real estate and property, everyone needs a place, so there's always going to be real estate agents and property agents that need websites. So you could be, here's how you could help them there. And then fashion and apparel, people like to look good and get paid, so there's always people coming up with new ideas for apparel companies or t-shirt businesses or whatever. So those are some sample prompts. And to get access to those, all you have to do is inside of AIville, you would go to AI tutorials, because that's what today is. It's a tutorial. And I put together these documents for these live streams all in here for you. So you would just go to AI tutorials, click on Durable, the AI builder. And then this is the document that we just went through today. So if you want any of those prompts, that's where they all are. They're all here, and you can just copy them directly out and kind of play around with them. So that is that. And then the last thing is Jeffrey says, how do you know a review equals revenue? Because the only way someone can leave a review on a Fiverr profile is they have had to have bought that service. So the revenue that you're actually seeing me project is a very conservative number, because if you actually take a look at this guy here, let's just click on just a random person here. So this person has 180 reviews. His basic service is, it's a weird price, $137.75. It's because he's offering a discount right now. But I'm going off the idea of I run the numbers to give you inspiration on what's possible by taking just the amount of people that left a review times the basic package. Now you got to keep in mind on Fiverr, not every one of those reviews went with the basic package. Some could have went with a standard package. Some could have went with the premium package. Some can also could have went with a retainer that they offer. Some could have. There's a bunch of upsells you can offer. Once someone actually buys a service, you can offer add-ons. So the number I'm going over is just like bare minimum. Yeah, so it's kind of like how Amazon does verified reviews. That's exactly what this is. I can't just go leave this guy a review unless I bought one of his services. Okay, so. Oh, sorry, George, I missed your question. Can you show us the CRM portion? So yeah, let me jump back into, sorry, now, this is where I had so many tabs open, I'd start to get a little concerned. So let me click on this tab. So he was wondering if I can show him the CRM portion. So yeah, let's go back to the Freedom Lancer business. I'm curious how fast it can go back and forth with businesses. So let's go Freedom Lancer. There we go. So now I'm back in like the Freedom. So it went over pretty quick from one business to the next business. So the CRM, that would essentially just be your invoices and customers, right? Well, I don't have any customers or invoices for Freedomlancer. So if I click on customers, there's nothing here. So if I hit add new customer, it looks really simple. You just add the first name, last name, email, phone number. Here, let's just say, Chris at aiville.com, 555, and then just hit add customer. And then now this is the contact card. So again, I'm showing you all this because George in the chat specifically asked if I could show the CRM portion. So this would be the CRM portion. Okay, so now we can actually have messages. So if we ever sent messages back and forth with the customer, we can leave notes on the customer. We can see all their invoices. If I click call, it'll actually call that customer. I can leave a note right now for the customer. I can, with an invoice, here's where the first paywall pops up. So, because invoices don't come with the free plan. So if I wanted to do invoicing, I'd have to upgrade to the $22 a month plan. And then I could create an invoice and it'd probably go out to Chris it'd go out to me all through there. So then, so if I go to invoices, if I create a new invoice, I can't demo that because I didn't upgrade to that. So, and what's up, Don from St. Louis? Thanks for taking the time to be here. And does Durable offer an opt-in form to offer downloadable PDF to collect emails? Maybe it's coming. I don't know. That's a good question. So let's ask the AI partner because I don't know. So we'll see if it knows. Okay. What was the question? Hang on a second. How can I offer a downloadable PDF to someone by them putting in an email for an opt-in form on my site? I worded that all wrong. I should have said how can I, I don't like that. Let me redo that. How can I create an opt-in form on one of my pages so when somebody puts in an email address, I can take them to a page where they can download a PDF or report? Okay, let's see if there's a way to do it. And if there is, we'll find out. And I don't see, Wendy says, would it connect to Stripe or something similar? I'm not sure, but I can actually ask. Okay, so it looks like the support documentation doesn't cover a specific workflow I'm describing with an email and an opt-in form. So this is where you would have to actually talk to Durable Help about it. So not too sure, but got a feeling it probably doesn't offer that because it would have told me probably how to do it. And again, you got to remember Durable, like I mentioned at the very beginning of this, is if you want to build a website with AI specific for service-based businesses, that is kind of what Durable is intended for. But if you're wanting to do something that's more for lead gen or marketing or something like that, I have a feeling Durable is probably not going to be able to do it based off of what I can see. And then also the question was Stripe. I'm not sure if it connects to Stripe, but we can find out. How can I connect Stripe? And notice how I almost said does, but then I said duh. And then I said, how can I connect Stripe? And then it just said, how can I connect Stripe? That's this Whisper app that I use that I love so much because I misspeak a lot. Okay, so we'll see. The search should not return anything. Okay, so it looks like you can't connect Stripe. So the invoice, I'm not really sure how that functionality would work because I don't have that account, or else I'd be able to help you out there. So that would probably require a little bit more deeper digging or diving deeper in that one. Okay, so if you enjoyed this live stream, again, I recommend, if you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel because all I'm going to be doing for quite a while is every day I'm going to be going live on the channel. I'm going to show you new AI tools, and I'm going to show you not just new AI tools that are coming across my radar every day, but when tools have updates, like how Google Gemini, they updated their Nano Banana with Nano Banana 2 literally today. I would have gone live with it, but I just saw it come across before I went live on this. But I'll make a live stream about that next week, and how Perplexity came out with Perplexity Computer also, I think today or yesterday. I'm going to have a live stream on that. So if you just want to stay on top of all the latest tools and everything, that's what my YouTube channel is about. And you can come here and take a look at all my previous ones and see all the previous tools that I've covered and things that I'm doing, and crazy things that I'm doing when I'm in my office, like my studio and all that. So that is that. And then if you like the idea of just like, actually making money with AI, most people don't know how to use AI specifically for a business or to make money with it. They like the tools, they like the fun little party tricks you can do, and like, oh, that's cool. You can like make a video that, the person turns into a frog, but they don't know why you would want to do anything like that. It's because people actually want videos like that. And that's why I always relate Fiverr to everything, because if you want to play with these tools, you might as well throw out the ability to offer services to do this kind of stuff for people. So I've actually been going live on Zoom. This is off of YouTube. So on Zoom every Thursday night for over a year now. And I'm always showing 21 new ways that they can make money with the latest AI tools each and every week. So brand new tools that came out. And then everyone also who shows up to my Zoom that stays now gets a mystery AI gift as just a thank you for spending time with me on Zoom. And if you ever want to grab a ticket to the next one, just go to aigoldrushworkshop.com. So it'll take you to a page that'll look like this, where you can just come here and then click the button to get your free ticket. And then you can put in your information to get your free ticket to the next one. And then if you aren't able to make it, then I will send you an email with the link to the recording the next day. So if you want to read everything you can learn, it's all going to be right here. So this is everything I'll be covering. And if you're watching this live, I'm actually doing a workshop tonight. So if you want to if you want to pop in, just say hi, that's where you would go. So, and if you just want to come to a future one, maybe you're watching this recording on YouTube, then you can just go to aigoldrushworkshop.com at any time. So I always like to try to answer questions as fast as they're coming in. So I'm just taking a look to make sure I didn't miss anything. And thanks, Jeffrey, by saying that I rock and that you love Chris Rock. That's awesome. Kevin says, I saw a recent Facebook post where you gave a tour of your office. Quick question. What is that light that you use right above you? It looks like a pretty big light. Yeah, it's a massive light. It's called a, it's not an Amarin. Hang on. That's gonna bother me that I don't know the answer to it. So let me just show you where I go. So I go to bhphotovideo.com. I'm actually looking at this camera lens right now, but I don't really want to spend $1,000 on a new camera lens. I feel like my camera lens is okay. But this one just came out, so I'm kind of curious about that. It is a key light. It is a, I'm trying to come up with it. It's not Aputure, that's it. It's a Aputure. It's not a 7 something. I'm going to find the exact one for you. Of course, I misspelled Aputure. How do you spell Aputure? Aputure key light. Aputure key light. Why is it not showing up? Let's try here. Aputure key light. Okay, so we're getting closer because I don't know the exact model of what it is. But once I see it, I'll be able to tell you what it is. It is not the LC. It's not a 1200. C120. Or it's a 120 Mark, a C120 Mark II. So, all right, let's try to find it here now. C120 Mark, C122. I guess maybe they just don't sell on B&H Photo anymore. It's an older light. The new one that came out is a 600D, but these are pretty significant lights. Like this 600D it's like $800. It's like $1,000 light. I don't have this one. This is the newer version of what I have, but you basically have this and you connect it to this massive light dome, and then the light dome will soften you and just give you kind of more of a cinematic look. So whenever you see me actually in my studio at home, that's the light I always have on, and it literally feels like the sun is burning my face off. It's very bright, but makes you look good on camera, I guess. So anyway, sorry for people who didn't care about that. I just like to answer the questions when I can. So that is all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed. What'd I do there? I don't know why it's trying to zoom in. Anyway, that's all I got for you today. I want to thank you so much for taking the time to be here, and I look forward to seeing you on my next live stream, which, by the way, this is the last thing I'll say. How I do these Thursday night AI Gold Rush workshops on Zoom. I have never done one before on YouTube. They've always just been on Zoom. So I am doing this tonight on Zoom. However, on my YouTube channel, I'm doing one for the first time live on my YouTube channel. So tomorrow at 2 p.m. Central, you're actually going to see me. If you're unable to make the live stream or the Zoom meeting tonight, which is free, then that's again at aigoldrushworkshop.com. But I'm going to try to do it on YouTube just for fun for the first time and just see what people think about it on YouTube. So kind of nervous, but I will be trying it. So you'll see me in my office on YouTube tomorrow at 2 p.m. Central. So, yep, right. Yeah, 2 p.m. Central. So that's all I got for now. And then I will either see you tonight on Zoom or tomorrow on my live stream, or if you're watching this in the future, hopefully I catch you on one of my live streams coming up. Bye for now.